Well, friends, it's here. Nvidia earnings. Can Jensen save the world again? Let's talk about it on the weekly update. Okay, friends, let's talk about Nvidia earnings. Here's what you need to know. First up, Nvidia reports today after the bell, and the whole world is waiting to see if Jensen is going to keep the party going or not. Can Jensen save the world again? Now, you might think I'm being a little tongue-in-cheek here. I actually don't think I am. So first up, here's expectations. Expectations are earnings per share is going to grow at 137% year over year. Revenue is going to grow at 115% year over year. These are massive numbers. And I think for the most part, NVIDIA is probably going to hit these expectations. Remember that we just heard from big cap tech, and pretty much every big cap tech company came out and said, we're spending billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars, with this supplier of these chips. This is the AI story. Goldman Sachs has called it the most important stock on planet Earth. Now, this is such interesting behavior. You've got to be a little nervous when so much is riding on one company and their earnings. And you can sort of see that in the cultural zeitgeist as well. I don't like to post memes because, they're just kind of like funny haha things. They're just sort of like a reflection of what's happening culturally at the moment. But I thought this one was pretty good. NVIDIA earnings. If they beat, we're going to proceed to a beautiful, glorious future. We're going to all be drinking wine in, potentially Napa or, maybe that's Asia somewhere. I don't know. And if they miss, it's completely over and civilization collapses. Now, this is a joke, but there's always a little bit of truth in every joke. And this was something that I saw. There is actually in New York an organized NVIDIA earnings watch party, treating it like the Super Bowl or any other sort of sports event. And this is not normal behavior, right? I don't know if we've ever seen anything like this before. And whether this is a signal or not, good or bad, I don't think we can tell yet, right? It's only after this story has completed that we'll be able to look back on this moment in time and decide, if there was any sort of information or a tell here. For my take, I think earnings are going to be fine, but I think there's some interesting things that I'm going to be focusing on. First up, if they hit expectations, this is going to be the first quarter that NVIDIA starts to report a deceleration, right? And what I mean by deceleration is previously NVIDIA was growing much faster than this, 260%, 450% on sales and earnings, respectively. And now we're going to start to see this deceleration happening. Now, this is widely expected, but what I think we're going to see is commentary from NVIDIA on future growth, future earnings, and this is what's going to tell us how lasting or durable is this trend. How deeply is this deceleration going to bite? These things would not matter for a normal business, right? If you said, hey, we're growing at 113% and we're going to start growing at 50% into the future, you would say, that's great for a business. The problem is the way the market works, all of this is already known. All of this is already factored into the stock price. And so any deviation from these numbers, if it's not 50% growth a year from now, if it's 40 or 30, that's going to start to impact the stock price. So this is the most important stock in the world, and we're going to find out what they tell us afterwards. What does this all mean, though? Like, the joke is there, the entire world hangs in the balance, but I think there's some truth to the joke. I continue to believe that this fixation on AI and NVIDIA specifically is the result of the landscape being so weak. Because there are no other really great stories out there, the only other thing you might find is maybe utilities with power demand, but that's the AI sort of phenomenon as well. Because all other businesses really aren't doing that great, this is the only story we've got, and so it feels like the entire world is in this trade. You've always got to be careful of a crowded trade. I would also say that the history of semiconductors reveal it to be a boom and bust industry. It was NVIDIA not that long ago that got cut in half, if not worse. I think it was maybe as much as a 75% drawdown because there was tremendous demand for crypto mining from the NVIDIA cards. Crypto mining was going to be the future. We were all going to get pulled into crypto. And then we know how that story resolved. The crypto mining demand dried up, and NVIDIA saw itself in a very vicious downturn that led into this rally that we see today. The AI phenomenon is much bigger, much more real and much more durable than the previous crypto story. But I don't think that the AI story removes this boom and bust sort of nature to the semiconductor industry. What I will tell you, though, is that NVIDIA, the business, will be fine, whatever it reports. It's not going to report bad numbers. The only question is, how high are market expectations? And then finally, whatever NVIDIA reports, that really doesn't save us. We don't have an AI-centric economy. So whatever NVIDIA reports, we're still going to be in this period of economic weakness. And that impacts the broad economy outside of, the Magnificent Seven and the AI boom that we've seen up until this point. So there you go, NVIDIA earnings. I and the entire rest of the world will be watching. We'll see how it goes, and we'll talk about it this weekend for the markets review. Take care. Okay, friends, that was the video. Hope you liked it. If you found it informative, good, entertaining, I'd love if you could scroll down here beneath the video and give me a like there. It helps us out with the algorithm. And then if you want to be notified first of anything new that we upload to the channel, if you come over here, click subscribe, you'll be the first to know as soon as we upload anything. Appreciate it. See you soon.